Have you ever stood in front of the mirror wearing an outfit you loved, but something just didn't feel quite right? You smoothed your blouse, adjusted your earrings, maybe even added a spritz of perfume. But as you glanced down, there it was, the shoes. Somehow, they made the whole look fall flat. It's a feeling many of us know but rarely talk about. As we grow older, our sense of style evolves. We become more intentional, more refined. And yet, when it comes to shoes, we often hang on to what's familiar. The comfy wedge, the glittery pair we saved for special occasions, or the boots that once made us feel fierce. But here's the truth no one tells you. Your shoes may be silently aging your entire look, and not in a graceful way. The wrong pair can weigh down your outfit, distort your posture, or clash with your elegance. It's not about trends or price tags, it's about how your shoes carry your presence. So today, let's have a heart-to-heart. This isn't about shaming past choices, it's about honoring the version of yourself you are today, the woman who deserves to walk with comfort, confidence, and unmistakable style. In this video, we'll explore 5 types of shoes that have quietly fallen out of favor in 2025. And more importantly, the graceful alternatives that will elevate your entire look. Whether you're heading to brunch with friends, traveling across the country, or just enjoying a quiet afternoon in your favorite outfit, your shoes matter. Because when your shoes align with who you are now, something magical happens. You don't just look good, you feel radiant. You don't just keep up, you lead. And most of all, you walk through life grounded, proud, and beautifully you. Let's begin with the first pair you might want to gently retire. Wedges, when comfort becomes outdated. Let's start with a shoe many of us have relied on for years, the wedge. It was the perfect balance between comfort and style, wasn't it? Stable, supportive, easy to walk in, wedges became our go-to for brunches, garden parties, and everything in between. But here's the gentle truth. What once felt stylish and practical is now starting to feel bulky, even outdated. In 2025, fashion is shifting towards sleekness, lightness, and elegance. And unfortunately, wedges, especially the ones with thick soles and heavy platforms, tend to weigh down an outfit both literally and visually. They cut the line of the leg, making your silhouette appear shorter or wider. They can even throw off the proportion of a beautifully tailored outfit, making your clothes seem off balance, no matter how carefully chosen. It's not that wedges are inherently bad, it's that they no longer serve the woman you've become. You've grown more refined, more confident. And the way you dress should reflect that evolution. So what's a better alternative? Enter the block heel. It gives you that same grounded stability, but with a more sculpted, modern feel. A mid-height block heel in nude, taupe, or soft metallic works beautifully with both dresses and trousers, and it elongates the leg instead of cutting it off. For something even more elevated, yet still wearable, consider a classic stiletto with a rounded or almond toe. It doesn't have to be sky high. A 2-inch heel in a sleek silhouette can do wonders for your posture and your presence. And the best part? These alternatives still prioritize comfort. Soft insoles, padded footbeds, flexible leather. 2025's shoe designs are smarter and more supportive than ever before. Letting go of wedges doesn't mean giving up comfort. It means choosing comfort that also speaks to your elegance. Because when your shoes lift you, not just physically but emotionally, you begin to carry yourself differently. Now that we've stepped away from wedges, let's take a closer look at another once loved style that's quietly losing its charm. Chunky heels, when comfort becomes clunky. There was a time when chunky heels felt like a revelation. Finally, a heel that didn't make you wobble, didn't sink into the grass at outdoor events, and gave just the right amount of lift. They felt dependable, solid, even empowering. But fashion has a quiet way of evolving. And what once felt bold and modern now feels heavy, unrefined, almost cartoonish. You may have noticed it without even realizing. You put on a pair of thick heels with a lovely dress, but instead of feeling elegant, you felt off balance. The shoes drew too much attention, and not in a good way. That's the tricky thing about overly chunky heels. They can visually weigh down your frame, making even the most polished outfit feel clunky. They lack the graceful line that brings harmony to your posture and the lightness that defines true sophistication. So, what can we wear instead? Kitten heels, the unsung heroes of modern elegance. These dainty low-rise heels add just enough height to improve your silhouette, but they never overpower. They whisper style rather than shout it. And they're surprisingly comfortable, especially with today's improved arch support and padded soles. Try a pointed toe kitten heel in soft suede or smooth leather. It can instantly elevate your jeans, flowy skirts, or even structured trousers, giving you that polished finish without any discomfort. If you prefer a bit more lift, a classic pump with a streamlined heel is a timeless choice. Opt for styles with thoughtful details, a gentle curve in the arch, a flattering neckline, or a subtly textured finish. These kinds of shoes don't scream for attention. They hold space. They tell the world that you know who you are, and you don't need your shoes to do the talking for you. Letting go of chunky heels doesn't mean letting go of strength. It simply means expressing your confidence with a little more grace. Now that we've lightened the load on our feet, let's explore another style that's often mistaken for glam, but actually works against your elegance. Glitter sequin shoes. When sparkle overpowers you. We all love a little sparkle, a touch of shimmer on a blouse, a delicate pair of earrings that catch the light just right, even a glint in the eye when we laugh. But when it comes to shoes, too much sparkle can become too much of a distraction. You might still have that pair tucked in your closet, the silver sequined heels you wore to a New Year's party, or those glittery pumps you thought might make a basic outfit feel festive. And while those shoes once brought joy, in 2025, they often bring imbalance. Here's why. Over-the-top sequin or glitter shoes tend to steal focus from the rest of your look. Instead of complementing your outfit, they can dominate it, making everything else feel quieter, duller, or even chaotic in comparison. It's not just about fashion rules, it's about how you feel when you wear them. Do you feel centered and graceful, or do you feel like your feet are saying something your heart isn't? That's the difference between shine and sophistication, but that doesn't mean we should give up on glamour. Not at all. There's a new wave of elegant shine in 2025, one that adds dimension without overwhelming. Think metallic finishes in muted gold or brushed silver, subtle rhinestone accents on loafers or heels, textured leather that reflects light softly rather than flashing it loudly. A pair of soft metallic loafers can add just the right amount of visual interest to an outfit, especially when paired with tailored pants or a silky, meaty dress. Or try pumps with a hint of shimmer in the fabric itself, catching the light as you move, not standing still. These are shoes that invite attention, but never demand it. They add beauty without screaming for it. And that's what true elegance is all about. You don't need glitter to shine, you're already glowing in your presence, your confidence, and your grace. Let's move on to another shoe that once made us feel bold, but today might be taking away more than it gives. Patent leather boots, shiny but shallow. There was a time when slipping into a pair of patent leather boots made you feel unstoppable. That high gloss shine, that mirror-like finish. It felt bold, fashion-forward, maybe even a little rebellious. But somewhere along the way, the shine started to outshine you. In 2025, the fashion world is moving toward texture, depth, and subtlety. And while patent leather once symbolized confidence, it now often feels a bit too loud, a bit too plastic. Here's the truth. Patent leather can look juvenile, even costume-like, especially when paired with an otherwise elegant outfit. It reflects light in a way that flattens your overall look, making it harder to create that rich, layered feeling of modern style. And more importantly, it doesn't always reflect the woman you are today. You've grown past surface level shine. Now you want depth, warmth, sophistication. So let's explore what brings that to life. Swap the harsh gloss for something more refined. Matte leather, buttery suede, or even soft grain textures that add dimension instead of distraction. A pair of suede ankle boots in a warm neutral, like mocha, taupe, or soft olive, can ground your outfit while still making a statement. And leather boots with a subtle sheen, not shine, offer a touch of luxury without feeling artificial. You can also look for small, thoughtful details, contrasting stitching, subtle cutouts, or sculpted heels that add character without calling for attention. These styles whisper quality. They say, I know my style, and I don't need flash to prove it. And the bonus? They're incredibly versatile. Matte boots pair beautifully with soft knits, structured blazers, meaty skirts, or even flowy dresses, giving you endless outfit options with a modern edge. So if your patent leather boots are collecting dust, it might be time to let them go. Not because they were a mistake, but because you've evolved. And with that evolution comes a new kind of beauty. One that doesn't shine under a spotlight, but glows steadily from within. Now, let's turn our attention to one last pair that once felt fierce, but is quietly stepping out of fashion. Combat boots, no longer a style statement. There's something about a pair of combat boots that once made us feel unstoppable. They were tough, edgy, unapologetic. They said, don't mess with me, even when worn with a soft sweater or floral dress. But times and we have changed. In 2025, fashion is leaning toward refinement, toward silhouettes that feel calm, composed, and quietly confident. And while combat boots served their moment, they now feel a little too aggressive, a little too heavy for the elegance many of us are embracing today. It's not just about the boot itself, it's about the energy it brings. Combat boots were once a way to stand out, to assert strength. But now, strength can look different. It can be graceful, thoughtful, effortlessly put together. When paired with delicate fabrics or tailored pieces, combat boots can clash more than complement. They interrupt the flow of an outfit, and in doing so, they interrupt the story you're trying to tell. So what's a more harmonious choice? Consider a pair of sleek ankle boots, ones with clean lines, soft leather, and just the right amount of structure. They give you the support and coverage of a boot without the bulk or combat-style heaviness. Or explore refined loafers, especially in rich materials like suede or patent-free leather. They're timeless, comfortable, and effortlessly chic, perfect for days when you want to feel grounded but still pulled together. You can even try low-profile Chelsea boots with minimal hardware and a slim silhouette. These offer a more modern approach, one that aligns with the understated luxury trending now. The point is this: you don't need heavy soles and thick laces to feel powerful. There's power in softness, in choosing pieces that reflect the wisdom, calm, and quiet assurance that only comes with time. Combat boots had their era, and you wore them beautifully when you needed to. But today, your style is speaking a new language, one that's softer but no less strong. Now that we've let go of what no longer serves us, let's shift into possibility. Because the real fun, it begins with what you can wear and the styles that will define your elegance in 2025. Clogs, the comeback you didn't see coming. If someone told you a few years ago that clogs would be a fashion essential in 2025, you might have laughed, gently, clunky, wooden, awkward. They were once associated with gardening, nursing shifts, or 70s throwbacks. But something surprising has happened. Clogs have reinvented themselves, and they've returned not just with comfort, but with confidence. Today's clogs are refined. They're made with soft leathers, rich textures, and thoughtful details like gold buckles, contrast stitching, and sculptural heels. They're no longer just practical, they're elevated. Brands like Hermes and Burberry have embraced them in recent collections, styling them with flowing dresses, wide leg pants, and even suiting. The result? A look that feels effortless, unexpected, and undeniably modern. But why clogs? And why now? Because women over 60 are asking for something deeper. Not just style, but ease. Not just fashion, but freedom. Clogs offer both. You simply slip them on, no buckles, no zippers, no balancing act, and go. Yet they manage to look intentional, sophisticated, even artistic when styled right. Try pairing open-toe clogs in suede with a linen midi dress for a summer brunch, or choose closed-toe leather clogs with cropped trousers and a silk blouse for a smart casual dinner. And for cooler months, clogs with socks, yes, stylish ones, are having a moment. Think warm neutrals, ribbed textures, soft knits that peek out just slightly. Clogs have become a quiet symbol of style without stress. They say, I care about how I look, but I won't compromise my comfort or my rhythm. And isn't that what elegance truly is? A blend of confidence and calm, of movement without restriction, of showing up fully and beautifully. So if you've never considered clogs before, maybe now is the moment to try. Because sometimes the style that surprises you is the one that suits you best. Let's move from unexpected to timeless and explore a classic that's stepping back into the spotlight with grace. Peep-toe shoes, elegant in every season. There's something undeniably charming about a peep-toe shoe. That small, delicate opening at the front, just enough to show a hint of skin, but never too much. It's subtle, it's flirty, and in 2025, it's making a graceful return. But this time, peep-toe shoes aren't just for weddings or fancy dinners. Designers are reinventing them with unexpected materials, thoughtful cutouts, and shapes that fit beautifully into everyday life. From soft suede to woven leather, from sculptural heels to minimalist silhouettes, peep toes are stepping into a new kind of elegance. Why do they work so well for women over 60? Because they offer breathability without bareness. They're perfect for transitional weather. Spring mornings, early fall afternoons, when full sandals feel too open and boots feel too heavy. More importantly, they add softness to your outfit. There's a delicacy in a peep toe that balances structured tailoring. Pair them with cropped pants and a crisp blouse, and the look becomes relaxed but polished. Slip them on with a midi dress or skirt, and suddenly you've added movement and lightness. And here's something else. They flatter nearly every foot. Unlike narrow-pointed shoes, peep toes offer room and comfort while still looking refined. They allow you to embrace femininity in a way that feels grown, not girlish. If you're looking for extra support, try a peep toe with a low block heel or slingback strap. You'll feel secure, supported, and still stylish. And if you love a little personality in your shoes, go for textured fabric, embossed leather, or a soft metallic sheen that catches the light without being too bold. Peep-toe shoes are a quiet celebration of confidence. They say, I'm still playful, I still love beauty, and I still know how to dress with intention. And perhaps that's what makes them perfect for this stage of life. They don't try too hard. They simply enhance what's already there: grace, warmth, presence. Now, from soft sophistication to nostalgic charm, Let's revisit a classic that's having its own stylish revival. Mary Jane's classic Not Childish. There's a shoe that instantly brings back memories. Maybe it was your first special pair as a little girl. Maybe you wore them with tights and a bow in your hair. Simple, sweet. Mary Jane's had a charm you never quite forgot. But in 2025, they've grown up, and so have you. Mary Jane's are making a beautiful return, not as schoolgirl shoes, but as refined modern statements of timeless femininity. What makes them so special now? It's the reinvention. Designers are reimagining Mary Janes with elevated fabrics, bold straps, sculptural soles, and subtle embellishments that speak to maturity, not nostalgia. You'll find them in rich tones like burgundy, dove gray, or forest green, with touches of suede, patent-free leather, or even velvet for cooler months. They offer a structure that feels secure and graceful. The iconic strap across the foot adds stability, something we all appreciate, but it also adds a delicate detail that feels intentional, not childish. They're comfortable enough for all-day wear, yet stylish enough to dress up or down. Pair them with high-waisted trousers for a crisp weekday look, or with an A-line skirt and soft blouse for Sunday brunch. They even work with tailored denim and a long cardigan for casual afternoons that still feel pulled together. And if you want to lean into their romantic side, choose a pair with a low block heel and a soft rounded toe. You'll feel elegant, gentle, and grounded all at once. Mary Janes are the kind of shoes that remind you it's okay to revisit softness. That elegance doesn't always have to be bold. Sometimes it's quiet, sweet, and incredibly sure of itself. They're for the woman who still believes in grace, who still enjoys small details, and who knows that classic doesn't mean outdated, it means enduring. So if you haven't worn Mary Janes in decades, maybe now is the time, not to relive the past, but to redefine it. Next, let's talk about a style that blends elegance with ease and offers the perfect balance between style and support. Kitten heel boots, graceful and grounded. There's something undeniably elegant about a woman in boots. They frame the leg, they add structure, and when chosen well, they can elevate even the simplest outfit into something quietly stunning. But for many women over 60, high-heeled boots feel like too much, too risky, too tiring, too unforgiving. That's where kitten heel boots come in. With their signature low, slender heel, usually around 1 to 2 inches, kitten heel boots offer the perfect middle ground. They provide just enough lift to lengthen your silhouette, without compromising your comfort or confidence. They're not trying to be dramatic, they're trying to be real. And in 2025, they're having a true fashion moment. Designers are styling them with everything from midi skirts to wide-leg trousers, flowing dresses to structured coats. They've become a go-to for women who want to move freely, feel beautiful, and never have to choose between fashion and function. What makes them so wearable? For one, they're incredibly versatile. A suede kitten heel boot in a warm, neutral tone, like sand, chocolate, or deep wine, can anchor your fall and winter wardrobe with ease. Try them with slim trousers and a turtleneck for a polished city look. Or wear them with a knit dress and long coat for a cozy yet refined winter ensemble. If you prefer a bit of edge, opt for a kitten heel boot with a pointed toe or side zipper. Small details that add personality without stealing the spotlight. And most importantly, they're kind to your body. No more aching arches or stiff ankles after an afternoon out. These boots let you stand tall, literally and figuratively, without strain. Because confidence isn't about towering height, it's about how grounded you feel in your own skin and in your own shoes. Kitten heel boots offer exactly that. Elegance that moves with you, supports you, and reflects the calm assurance that only grows stronger with time. Now let's shift from timeless to playful and take a closer look at a shoe trend that blends nostalgia with today's comfort: the return of retro sneakers. Retro sneakers, a touch of nostalgia, a whole lot of style. Some styles come and go, others leave a mark and find their way back, better than before. Retro sneakers are one of those styles. You may remember them from the early 2000s. Chunky soles, high top designs, fun color panels. They were bold, a little sporty, and full of attitude. But in 2025, they're making a comeback with a new purpose: to blend comfort, movement, and personality, all while honoring a woman's individual style. And yes, they're absolutely age appropriate when chosen and styled with intention. Today's retro sneakers are sleeker, smarter, and more wearable. They often feature supportive soles with advanced cushioning, breathable materials, and a streamlined silhouette that flatters your frame instead of overwhelming it. You'll see them in soft, neutral tones like ivory, blush, or slate gray, or with subtle pops of color like navy, burgundy, or moss green. Designers are even adding touches of suede, leather trim, or metallic accents to elevate their everyday appeal. So, how do you wear them beautifully after 60? Pair them with tailored joggers and a soft knit top for a relaxed weekend look. Or try them with wide leg trousers and a crisp button down for an effortlessly cool contrast. They're also perfect for travel, easy to walk in, light on your feet, and versatile enough to match different outfits in your suitcase. And the best part? They bring a sense of play back into your wardrobe. They remind you that style isn't only about elegance, it's about energy, confidence, and ease. You're not trying to look younger. You're embracing what's joyful, what's practical, and what makes you feel like you on your best days and every day. Retro sneakers say, I'm comfortable in my body, I'm grounded in my style, and I still know how to have fun. Because isn't that what aging with grace really means? Knowing how to honor the past, embrace the present, and step forward with style that feels true. Now that we've explored what's in and what's out, let's come full circle. It's time to reflect on what all of this really means, not just for your wardrobe, but for how you carry yourself through life. It's easy to think of shoes as just accessories, something practical, something we slip on at the last minute before heading out the door. But if this journey has shown us anything, it's this: the shoes you choose are not just about fashion, they're about presence. They shape how you stand, how you move, how you feel when you step into a room or into a moment. After 60, you've earned the right to be comfortable. But more than that, you've earned the right to be seen, to be elegant, to be completely unapologetically yourself. And that's what the right pair of shoes can offer you: not just support, but support with style, not just ease, but ease with grace. When you let go of what no longer fits, not just in size, but in season, you open space for new things to arrive. Shoes that reflect who you are now, not who you used to be. Styles that feel like a natural extension of your quiet confidence, your calm power, your beautiful complexity. This isn't about chasing trends. It's about aligning your outer expression with your inner evolution. And that, my friend, is timeless. So whether you're slipping into a pair of suede clogs, walking steady in kitten heel boots, or embracing nostalgia in a chic retro sneaker, know that every step is yours, deliberate, beautiful, and completely worthy of being noticed, because you deserve to feel this beautiful every single day. If this video inspired you or helped you reimagine your style, I'd love for you to subscribe. Share it with a friend who might be holding on to shoes or stories that no longer serve her. And remember, fashion may begin with fabric and leather, but true style, it begins with you.